use the bathroom for me. I sure wish you could have.
Oh,
Okay,
oh.
we're live streaming, folks. We're live streaming.
Good.
Welcome, February 24th, 2022 to the Ways and Means Committee voting session. First bill on the vote list is House Bill 2, and I will pass that off to the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 2 is legislation that creates a Maryland match for the federal work opportunity tax credit. As amended, it creates a non-refundable credit up to against the state income tax of up to 50% of the federal work opportunity tax credit amount. The bill does have a sunset and a requirement for a review by DLS so that we can go through our tax credit evaluation process. The committee, the subcommittee adopted a number of amendments to the bill. Those amendments clarify that the credit can be claimed only with respect to wages paid during the taxable year to individuals employed in the state of Maryland. It alters the calculation of the credit to reduce the match from 100% in the original bill to 50% in the amended bill. Provides that an organization that's exempt from taxation under Section 501C of the Internal Revenue Code may apply the credit as a credit for payment to the comptroller of withheld wages of the organization's employees. That will only apply in the case of veterans hiring, since that's the only portion of the credit the federal government currently allows nonprofits to access. And the amendments would also alter the calculation of an existing subtraction modification for wages paid to individuals with barriers to employment. Along with the amendments, the subcommittee was unanimously favorable. So, Madam Chair, I move the amendments.
Second. Thank you. All in favor of the amendments, raise your hand. Thank you. Anyone opposed, raise your hand. The amendments pass. Is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Move favorable.
Second.
Discussion on the bill as amended. Delegate Plakovich-Carr.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to clarify either from Chair Lukey or from George. So did that amendment also include the amendment we adopted by voice that I had offered in subcommittee?
Yes, it did.
Thank you.
For discussion? Okay, so I'm gonna do a roll call on the bill favorable as amended. Vice Chair?
Yes.
Delegate Attar?
Yes.
Delegate Barnes?
Yes.
Delegate Boatler is excused. Delegate Branch? Delegate Branch on? Yes. Oh. Delegate Charles?
Yes.
Delegate Ebersol?
Yes.
Delegate Feldmark?
Yes.
Delegate Griffith?
Yes.
Delegate Guyton?
Yes.
Delegate Hartman?
Yes.
Delegate Hornberger?
Yes.
Delegate Ivy?
Yes.
Delegate Jones?
Yes.
Delegate Lasanti? I'm sorry, Delegate Lasanti? Okay, I see. Delegate Long is he here? Yes, he's here. Delegate
Yes.
Long? Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Delegate Lukey?
Yes.
Delegate Plakovich-Carr?
Yes.
Delegate Patterson?
Yes.
Delegate Rose?
Yes.
Delegate Wilkins?
Yes.
Thank you. And that bill is out of here. The next bill is House Bill 282, diaper sales and use tax exemption. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This bill exempts the sale of diapers from the sales and use tax in Maryland as of July 1, 2022. The subcommittee was unanimously favorable. I move favorable on the bill.
Second.
Any discussion on the bill?
Madam Chair?
Yeah.
Madam Chair, are we doing sponsor amendments this year or not? 'Cause I would love to be a sponsor on this bill.
So if you would like to be a co-sponsor on the bill and when I call you,
Yeah.
just say me too.
Thank you.
Okay. On the bill, favorable. Here we go. Vice Chair.
Yes, I would like to be added to the bill.
Delegate Attar.
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Barnes.
Yes.
Delegate Boatler is excused. Delegate Branch.
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Buckles excused. Delegate Charles.
Yes, me too.
Delegate Ebersol.
Me too, please.
Delegate Feldmark.
Yes, and me too, please. Thank you.
Delegate Griffith.
Yes, and me too, please.
Delegate Guyton.
Yes, and me first.
Delegate Hartman.
Yes, and me too. Diapers for all.
And you? Delegate Hornberger.
don't have diapers.
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Ivy.
Yes, and please add me to the bill. Thank you.
Delegate Jones, and you're on the bill.
Yes, and thank you.
Delegate Lasanti.
Yes, and me as well.
Delegate Long.
Yes, and me too. And I know the cost of diapers because I'm buying some for my grandson. They're not cheap.
Wasn't sure where he was
Diapers are
going with
already
that.
exempt.
Delegate Lukey.
What's that?
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Plakovich Carr.
Yes.
Delegate Patterson.
Yes, me too.
Delegate Rose.
Yes, me too.
Delegate Wilkins.
Yes.
And the chair votes yes, and me too. Okie dokie, that bill is out of here. House Bill 288, baby products exemption, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 288 will exempt the sale of baby bottles, baby bottle nipples, and infant car seats from the sales and use tax as of July 1, 2022. We were again unanimous. Move favorable.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, same thing, say me too, please, if you want to be on the bill. Mr. Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Attar,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Barnes,
Yes.
Delegate Boatler is excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Buckles excused, Delegate Charles,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Ebersol,
Yes, and me, please.
Delegate Feldmark,
Yes, and me too, please.
Delegate Griffith,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Guyton,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Hartman,
Yes.
Delegate Hornberger,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Ivy,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Jones,
Yes, and I'm already on it. Thank you.
right, Delegate Lasanti,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Long,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lukey,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Plakovich Carr,
Yes.
Delegate Patterson,
Yes, please add.
okay, Delegate Rose,
Yes.
Delegate Wilkins,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes, and me too. House Bill 364, medical device sales and use tax exemption, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. As amended, this bill exempts the sale of medical or clinical thermometers, pulse oximeters, blood pressure monitors, and certain types of face masks from the state sales and use tax effective July 1, 2022. The amendment on the bill, again, the amendment and the bill were unanimous. The amendment on the bill simply adds certain types of masks, like N95 masks, to clarify that they are in fact tax exempt. So I move the amendments.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion on the amendments? All those in favor of the amendment say aye.
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 Opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. Is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Move favorable.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? Okie dokie, same thing. Let me know if you want to be on the bill. Vice Chair,
Yes, I would like to be added to the bill.
Delegate Attar,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Barnes,
Yes.
Delegate Boatler's excused, Delegate Branch. I saw that. Delegate Buckles excused, Delegate Charles,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Ebersol,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Feldmark,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Griffith,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Guyton,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Hartman,
Yes, me too. Medical devices for everyone.
Yep.
Delegate Hornberger,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Ivy,
Yes.
Delegate Jones,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lasanti,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Long,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lukey,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Plavkovich Carr,
Yes.
Delegate Patterson,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Rose,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Wilkins.
Yes.
And that bill is out of here. Thank you. House Bill 383, we're switching up topics slightly. Young Readers Program, the Dolly Parton bill. That's you too, Mr. Majority Leader? No, that's what I thought. Is it who's
Eversol,
this?
Eversol.
Ebersol. I'm confused.
Early childhood, young
Okay.
readers. Young Readers Program. This bill creates a Baltimore City Young Readers Program to mail free, high-quality books to children in Baltimore City. Program is run by the Deputy Director of Children, Youth, and the Governor's Office of Crime Prevention, Youth, and Victim Services. The program must be carried out with an early reader organization. $200,000 are appropriated every year for the Baltimore City program. They're already at that level or higher, but this sets a floor. The bill also creates the Young Readers Matching Grant Program to be run by the Deputy Director to give grants to book gifting services affiliated with early reader organization. The program will provide matching grants appropriated each year for this program. There are amendments. The amendments remove a particular young reader organization as being named as a partner for these organizations. Think Dolly Parton, but we didn't put her name in the bill, and make any young reader program that is tax exempt nonprofit under 501c3 of the IRS code eligible for the program partnership. The amendments also make any nonprofit services that provide books to young readers in other places grant from Young Readers Matching Grant Program, not only those operated by a county, so nonprofits can get involved. Finally, the amendment lowers the annual appropriation for the matching grants program from $500,000 to $250,000 a year. I move the amendments.
Second.
Discussion on the amendments, Delegate Hartman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So this only pertains to Baltimore City. The bill talks about the program in other places. It has no impact on those, nor the amendment.
They're separate. The program in the city already exists. It's funded at about $240,000 a year right now. This codifies it and makes sure that it will continue to exist at a minimum of $200,000 a year. Then the other part is the grant program to other parts of the state.
Thank you.
Certainly.
Delegate Hornberger.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Typically, programs like this are administered by county libraries. So does this seek to bring in nonprofits? Who will be the one most likely applying for the funds?
It's actually, it's motivated by the Dolly Parton concept. Nobody else is really doing it, where people have to apply. They don't just send books out randomly, but if a parent applies, they can get books sent to them for free. So it's not through the library. It's through the Governor's Office of Crime Prevention, Youth, and Victim Services. And actually the city one is run by someone different. Baltimore City Young Readers Program does it in the city. Did I answer your question? It looks like I didn't.
No, so
It's
outside of Baltimore
yeah,
City.
maybe Alistair understands your question better, and maybe I don't understand the answer anyway.
It's done through affiliated organizations who are affiliated with a broader nonprofit organization, and those affiliated services can be either nonprofits or instruments of the state or of the counties or localities. So in most cases with the existing Dolly Parton program, it is county libraries, but there are some nonprofits like the United Way of Frederick County, I believe, is one of them. Who also,
so it doesn't have to be the library. It could be.
So I'm imagining a child in Cecil County, for example, request one of these books. How does that get paid for in the back end?
Either the library or the nonprofit has applied for a matching grant to be able to provide those books. And then it would be up to somebody would have to find out they're doing it and apply for it. I hope they would publicize.
Okay, thank you.
Delegate Long.
Is this mandated spending?
Yes.
Mandated funding? How much was it? I don't have the amendment in front of me.
Okay, to recap, in the city, the program is already being funded by through the Baltimore City Young Readers Program. We floor it at $200,000. It's over that right now, so there's no new spending there. In fact, it would only go down to 200 if it went down. The grant is for with the amendment is $250,000. It was written as 500 by the sponsors. We cut it in half.
All right, thank you.
Further discussion? Okay, so all in favor of the amendments, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay, is there a motion on the bill as amended?
Move the bill as amended, Madam Chair.
Second.
Discussion on the bill as amended. Okay, the motion is for a favorable as amended. The vice chair,
Yes.
Delegate Attar,
Yes.
Delegate Barnes,
Yes.
Delegate Butler's excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes.
Delegate Buckles excused, Delegate Charles,
Yes.
Delegate Ebersol,
Yes.
Delegate Feldmark,
Yes.
Delegate Griffith,
Aye.
Delegate Guyton,
Yes.
Delegate Hartman,
Low Dolly, yes.
Delegate Hornberger,
Yes.
Delegate Ivy,
Yes.
Delegate Jones,
Yes.
Delegate Lasanti,
Yes.
Delegate Long,
Yes.
Delegate Ludke,
Yes, and I've got $5 for anyone who breaks out in a rendition of 9 to 5 at any point during this discussion.
5, really? $5? That's what you got?
Don't hurt yourself.
Delegate Plavkovich Carr,
Yes.
Delegate Patterson,
Yes, 9 to 5.
There you go. That's it.
There you go.
Delegate Rose,
Yes.
Delegate Wilkins.
Yes.
Okay, and that bill is out of here. House Bill 492, Delegate Johnson, Sales and Use Tax Exemption on Oral Hygiene Products. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I just want to clarify, because Delegate Patterson was just gesturing for me to pay up, that I can't actually pay up through Zoom, unfortunately. So, House Bill.
Venmo.
Venmo, Cash App,
Yeah.
Zelly.
She knows where you work.
House Bill 492 represents the fact that our subcommittee, and I think soon our committee, are strong supporters of good breath. So the bill would exempt from the sales and use tax as of July 1, 2022, toothbrushes, toothpaste, tooth powders, which I didn't know was a thing, but it's apparently a thing, mouthwash, and dental floss from, takes effect July 1. No amendments. Move favorable.
Second.
Second.
Discussion on the bill. Okay, roll call on the favorable. Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Attar,
Yes, and me too.
Ooh.
Vice Chair, do you want to be on it?
Sure. Because Delegate Attar was on it.
Delegate Barnes,
Yes.
Delegate,
Because Washington is on
Delegate Butler's excused. Delegate Branch, Delegate Charles,
Yes, and I'm already on it.
Delegate Ebersol,
Only because Delegate Barnes is on, yes, and I want to be on.
Delegate Feldmark,
Yes, and I'm already on it.
Delegate Griffith,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Guyton is excused. Delegate Hartman,
Yes, me too, please.
Delegate Hornberger.
Yes, me too, and love that smile.
Thank you. Delegate Ivy,
Please add me to the bill. Me too.
Delegate Jones,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lasanti,
Yes, and I'm already.
Delegate Long,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lukey,
Yes, and me as well.
Delegate Palakovich Carr,
Yes.
Delegate Patterson,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Rose,
Yes, me too.
and Delegate Wilkins.
Yes.
Okay, and that bill is out of here. I am going out of order really quickly. I'm just gonna wrap up all these sales and use tax ones. So House Bill 1151, Delegate Washington and Ivy, so you don't have to say me too, because you're already on this bill. Diabetic care products exemption, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 1151 would exempt from the sales of use tax effective July 1, 2022, the sales of specified diabetic care items to help the 600,000 Marylanders who are living with diabetes. Move favorable.
Second.
Discussion on the bill? Okay, roll call on the favorable. Hold on, let me make sure. Roll call on the favorable. Mr. Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Attar,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Barnes,
Yes.
Delegate Boatler's excused, Delegate Branch,
Yes, and me too.
Delegate Buckles excused, Delegate Charles,
Yes. And add me to the bill, please.
Delegate Ebersol,
Yes.
Delegate Feldmark,
Yes, and me too, please.
Delegate Griffith,
Yes, and me too, please.
Delegate Guyton is excused, Delegate Hartman,
Yes, me too, please.
Delegate Hornberger,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Ivy,
Yes.
Delegate Jones,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lasanti,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Long,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Lukey,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Plavkovich Carr,
Yes,
Delegate Patterson,
Yes, me too.
Delegate Rose,
yes, me too.
and Delegate Wilkins.
Yes.
That is out of here. House Bill 757, we just heard. I move unfavorable.
Second.
Second.
Discussion on the unfavorable. Roll call. Mr. Vice Chair,
Yes.
Delegate Attar,
Yes.
Delegate Barnes,
Yes.
Delegate Boatler's excused, Delegate Branch. Yes. Delegate Buckles excused, Delegate Charles,
Yes.
Delegate Ebersol,
Yes.
Delegate Feldmark,
Yes.
Delegate Griffith,
No.
Delegate Guyton is excused, Delegate Hartman,
No.
Delegate Hornberger,
No.
Delegate Ivy,
Yes.
Delegate Jones,
Yes.
Delegate Lasanti is excused, Delegate Long,
Wait a minute. No,
this is House, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, say that,
no, I was thinking about something now.
said no.
He said no.
Okay, thank you. Delegate Lukey,
Yes.
Delegate Plavkovich Carr,
Yes,
Delegate Patterson,
Yes.
Delegate Rose,
No.
Delegate Wilkins,
Yes.
and the chair votes yes on the unfavorable. Okay, thank you very much, committee members. Please remember that we will be meeting tomorrow for brief hearings at 12 o'clock. 12, what time are we meeting? Let me see.
12.
12 o'clock, yes, thank you.
Madam Chair, I
Yes,
think the voting packet also had a list of some withdrawn bills.
oh, yes, they are on the back, sorry.
Madam Chair, I move unfavorable on the withdrawn bills as a consent calendar.
Second.
Second.
Favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, George. So we're meeting tomorrow at noon. Any announcements from anyone? Subcommittee chair?
Yeah,
Anyone else?
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Depending on, we had a couple of really cool bills today, so if we get moving on them, early childhood may meet on Monday at 10. Notice coming.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
election law will likely meet next Wednesday. I'll follow up with the time, but you can plan for a meeting next week, likely on Wednesday.
Announcements? Okay, thank you, folks. Have a good evening.